All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today, going way beyond the glitz and the glamour.
Deeper than the diamonds, deeper than the red carpet.
Exactly. We're talking about Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn.
But, not just the icon. We want to get to know Norma Jean, the woman behind the legend.
A person behind that oh-so-famous image.
Right. And to help us do that, we're going to be looking at some excerpts from, well, the title is a bit of a giveaway. It's called Marilyn Monroe, The Tragic Life of a Hollywood Icon.
Ooh, that title is pretty loaded.
Yeah, it kind of sets the stage, doesn't it?
It does.
And I think it's interesting because, everyone knows the image, right? That white dress billowing over the subway grate.
Yeah.
The blonde bombshell look.
Oh, absolutely. She's instantly recognizable.
But how much do we really know about her story?
That's the question, isn't it? Like, where did she come from? How did Norma Jean become Marilyn?
Well, the book starts off with her childhood, and let me tell you, it was a far cry from the Hollywood spotlight.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, born Norma Jean Mortensen in 1926, she faced a really difficult upbringing. Foster homes, orphanages, a real lack of stability.
It's heartbreaking to think about.
There's actually this one anecdote in the book where she talks about peering through the bars of an orphanage gate, watching other kids playing with their families. It really paints a picture of that yearning for connection, for belonging.
Yeah, talk about a contrast, right? You have this image of Marilyn, all glamour and confidence, and then you hear about her childhood, and it's just really tough.
It really is. And it makes her transformation into Marilyn all the more fascinating, right?
Absolutely. Like, was that whole persona a way to escape her past?
That's a good question. The book definitely suggests that modeling was an escape for her, a way to, reinvent herself, create a new image, step into a world of beauty and confidence. And of course, modeling is what ultimately opened the doors to Hollywood. And that's where Norma Jean truly blossomed into Marilyn.
Hollywood, the land of reinvention.
Right. And in the 1950s, she just exploded onto the scene, becoming one of the biggest stars of that era.
And those iconic roles. Gentlemen prefer blondes. Some like it hot.
The 7-Year Itch? Oh my gosh, that scene with the white dress.
Classic. Eve, you haven't seen all her films, you know those images.
Exactly. And it wasn't just her looks, Yeah. She had this incredible comedic timing.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about that scene in Some Like It Hot where she's trying to seduce Tony Curtis on the train. Hilarious.
Oh, so good.
But then she could turn around and convey this amazing vulnerability, like in The Misfits.
You're right. It was more than just being a bombshell. She had this depth, this range.
Absolutely. She could be strong and fragile all at the same time, making her character so real, so captivating.
Yeah. But, while she was captivating audiences on screen, the book really reveals this whole other side to her. Behind the scenes, it seems Marilyn was facing a very different reality.
Yeah, sadly, the book doesn't shy away from her struggles. Failed marriages, battles with depression, and a growing dependence on substances. It's really quite poignant, this image of someone seeking love and stability, even amidst all the fame and fortune.
And those high-profile marriages, Joe DiMaggio, Arthur Miller, they weren't just personal relationships. They were media frenzies.
It's almost like she was trying to find that sense of belonging that she missed out on as a child. But of course, it all played out on this very public stage.
Yeah, no privacy whatsoever. And then, tragically, her life was cut short in 1962 at the age of 36. The book refers to it as an apparent overdose, which is interesting because it kind of leaves things open-ended,
It does, and it's fascinating how many unanswered questions still linger around her death, leading to all sorts of conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah, I've heard some wild ones.
Right, and it makes you wonder why. Why are we still so obsessed with what happened? I think part of it is because she was so young, so full of life, and her death was so sudden, so shrouded in mystery. It's almost as if people couldn't or wouldn't accept it.
I think there's also this struggle to reconcile the glamorous Marilyn we saw on screen with the complex woman who is grappling with her own demons behind the scenes. Maybe that's what keeps us so intrigued, even decades later.
It's true. She's still a pop culture icon, a sex symbol, but she's also become a symbol of the pressures and maybe even the price of fame. It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What do you think it is about her story that continues to fascinate us?
Well, I think it's the duality of it all, right? The allure of fame and the potential pitfalls. You see her achieve this incredible success, transforming herself from Norma Jean into this global icon. But at the same time, she struggled to find genuine happiness and ultimately met a tragic end.
It makes you wonder if anything has really changed for women in the spotlight. Are they still facing those same pressures to maintain a certain image, even if it comes at a personal cost?
That's a great question. I honestly don't know the answer, but it's definitely something worth thinking about.
Yeah. And, we've only just scratched the surface today. We could talk about Marilyn for hours, I'm sure. But hopefully this deep dive has given you a little more insight into the woman behind the legend.
The person behind the icon.
Exactly. And if you're interested in learning more, I definitely recommend checking out the full biography, Marilyn Monroe, The Tragic Life of a Hollywood Icon. You can find it wherever you get your books. There's so much more to discover about the life and legacy of Marilyn Monroe.
So much more.
Until next time.
See you then.